So I decided to upgrade the hard drive storage space of my Xbox One. And, it came with 1 terabyte of storage space, which is a good amount of storage. But, these days games, you have to store a lot of the game on a hard drive. And I mean, they could take anywhere from 20 to 50, 60 gigabytes of storage for one game. And then there's all the downloadable games. So it's sort of like that hard drive kind of sounds like a lot, but it fills up kind of quick. So my Xbox One came with 1 terabyte of hard drive space, and you can get a reasonably priced external hard drive, and this is actually a 4 terabyte external hard drive. So I picked up this Western Digital. It's an easy store external hard drive. I don't think you have to get caught up on like what kind you get. I've always had pretty good luck with Western Digital hard drives, so I picked that up. I found a good price on this one, the easy store. But I mean, any Western Digital should be fine, or Seagate, anything like that. And the other cool thing is, with the modern day consoles, you just plug in, it's got to be USB 3, and you just plug it right into the console. And, you could add the extra storage. So it's not like you have to open up the system and do a lot of work, where you may have had to do that in the past. So let me show you what comes in this box real quick, and then I'll plug it into the Xbox and show you how to get that going if you were curious how to do this. Okay, so let's just really quickly take a look at what's in this drive. I mean, there's not much really to it. Luckily for this is a portable laptop, so it basically has no power. It takes the power right from the USB 3, which is really nice. It will work with a larger desktop hard drive, but then you have to use an external power source for that. So here we have the hard drive, a little bit of plastic on there, and you can see here it just has this USB 3 plug. It's kind of a unique looking plug. So this came with the cable that we need to use, so let me show you that. So this plug here, this end, that goes into the hard drive, and then you have your standard USB 3 plug that goes right into this console. Okay, so now I'm going to plug the drive into the Xbox. So you need to find an empty USB 3 plug, and the Xbox One has 2 in the back, and it has 1 on the side, on the left-hand side, if you're facing the Xbox, so right here. Because my Xbox is already installed and everything, and I don't feel like trying to pull it out, I'm going to use the one right on the side. I think there's one that's Xbox, it's like a slim version or something like that, or a newer version that instead of the USB being on the side, it's in the front. But if you have one of the original Xbox form factors, the USB 3 is on the side and 2 in the back. So right here, I'm just going to leave this plugged in. Let's turn this slightly. I'm going to just plug this right in. Okay, so now that that's plugged in, you see the light of the hard drive came turned on, little white light there. And now when you load up the Xbox, turn it on, it should recognize that drive. And then I'll show you exactly how to format the drive and how to use it to install games directly to the hard drive. Okay, so when I turn on the Xbox, it found the hard drive, and it's asking us if we want to use it for media or for games and apps. So if you're going to use it for media, which is like music, videos, and pictures, you'll keep any content that's on the drive. So it's not going to reformat the drive. It's just going to use it as is. Say you have like a whole bunch of music on there and you want to, listen to that through the Xbox, fine, or pictures or something. But if you want to use it for games, you need to be formatted for the Xbox. And it's giving you the warning that everything on the drive will be erased. So just know that if you're using a drive that has any kind of data on it. If you're going to format it to use as a system drive for the Xbox, it's going to erase everything on there. This is a brand new drive, and I bought it specifically for that purpose, so that's what I want. So you'd either choose use for media, or you choose format the drive. So use for media, it leaves everything on there. Format the drive, it becomes an external drive for the Xbox for saving games and whatnot. So that's what I want to do. So I'm going to format the drive. It's asking me if I want to give the drive a name. I really don't care what the name is, but I guess I can if I wanted to. I'll just call it external. It sounds good to me. So now it's asking, do you want to install any new things on the drive, or do you want to keep everything at the current location, which is the Xbox One drive? Because I have 4 terabytes of storage on this drive, I'm going to install everything right here on the new drive. So I'm going to select that, and now it's basically saying format the drive. And that's it. So it's formatting the drive. Should take a couple seconds. And that's it. Ready to go. So, let's see. So now if I go into my settings and go to storage, you can see now I have this is my regular Xbox One drive. I had a terabyte of drive space, which really gave me 780 gigabytes. I've used about half of it. And now I have this 3.6 terabytes free, which is like the brand new drive. So if I go into this manage storage, like let's view the contents, I just get a lot of games, from Xbox Live Gold, which is great. Let me just see if there's anything small here I could kind of just copy over. So what you do is say like this costume quest. Oops, didn't mean to do that. All right, sorry about that. Anyway, if you want to say like move a game like from your internal hard drive to your external hard drive, like let's just say this costume quest. Don't hit A because that'll fire up the game, but you hit the option button and then you basically go to manage the game. And then for manage the game, you could either copy it if you wanted to have it in both places, or you could just move it. So I want to move this. I'll hit move all, and then it'll ask me like, you're about to move one thing from internal to external. And external is just, that's what I call the drive. You could call it whatever you want. And that's what it would say there. So I'm going to say move. And it's moving a little bit of that little bar across the bottom. Takes a couple seconds. Okay, so now that game is now on the external hard drive. And so if you fire up a game from, that game, it's going to, launch it directly from the external hard drive. Okay, so I think that's pretty much that. If I look here, this is on the internal. And then if I go, so you can see now that Costume Quest game is gone. And if you look up what's highlighted, it's internal. That's looking at the internal hard drive. So if I come up here and I click on internal and make it external, now I have that Costume Quest game because that's the one game I moved over. So that's how you do that. If any questions, let me know. But that's, it's real easy to install a hard drive onto the Xbox One. Yeah, I think you can install up to 3 because you have 3 USB ports, and you could have a tremendous amount of storage. So if you fill up the storage, don't sweat it. You could always just pick up a cheap hard drive and use that. So let me know if you have any questions, and I'll talk to you a little later. Thanks.